The only, can you see this one?
Just the notebook.
It's only the notebook you can see. I mean, this PowerPoint.
No, no, I can't see the PowerPoint.
I actually want to send some PowerPoint. Okay. How about now?
Okay, now I can. Now I can. Yeah.
All right. So it's about the Accenture Agile Data Visualization. It's a project I consisted recently. So this is the table of contents for the project, the overview of the business, summary, financial
Okay.
demographic performance, market share and competition, market basket analysis, sales forecasting, strategy and conclusion. So you can see the Adventure Group is a global manufacturing operation with operation in America, Europe, and Asia. They operate two kind of sales channels, the online retailer and reseller that is in stock. So they are 4 years in business. They,
Okay.
they operate in 10 regions, two sales channels, both online and reseller. They have two types of five categories. It is actually 35 sub-categories of products of categories, about 35, and they have total customers of 19,119 customers.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is just a executive summary. So maybe later if you request, I can send a copy of this.
Yep.
I don't need to take our time. So financial demography and performance. That's financial information summary. So as you can see from here, actually, before I analyze this data, I have to write some queries in SQL, precisely Microsoft Server SQL. So that's what I need to load my data into Power BI if I use the analysis and
Just
make it.
to clarify a few things, like what is the question you're answering with this particular slide? What's the particular problem statement you're answering?
Okay, the question
Yeah.
that this slide, okay, I asked as to the what this, I mean, I don't understand what you're trying to say.
So what I'm asking is like with this particular slide, what question are you answering in particular? Like what's the question you're answering?
Okay, the question I'm trying to answer is to find the revenue generated by the company due to the two sales channels. We want to know the revenue generated and actually to know whether the company is moving towards digital, I mean, towards
Oh,
online.
okay. So to clarify, you're looking for like the revenue of the things they sell, both offline and online, to see if they're moving more, if they're increasing their online sales, basically.
Oh,
Am
oh,
I correct?
very well, very well, yeah,
Okay.
very well.
Okay.
So
Got
that's
you.
what we are trying to see. So the insight we are trying to gain from it. So at the end of the day, we find out that the reseller offline sales took up to 73% of the total sales. But
So
in all,
to clarify again, like what time periods are you comparing against? Are you looking at like on an annual basis and a monthly basis? Like what's the comparison?
no, the comparison is from 2011 to 2014.
Okay,
Uh,
I see. I see.
2011 to 2014.
I guess the next question that I have is that like based on this visualization, what are the insights you extract from this? Like is online sales growing? At what to what extent are they growing?
Okay, well, from the insight we gain from this is that the company is moving towards digital. As you can see, the reseller, though it has total sales of 73% of all the sales in 4 years, but the profit is negative. So, and the online sales only contributed about 27% of the sales, but it gained profit of 180%. So this suggests to us that the company is looking towards digital.
Okay, so it's like even though online sales are still lower than offline sales, they're more profitable than offline sales. Am I correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
got
yes,
you.
you are correct. Yes.
Got you. And that's like happening across like the different products that they sell. Does it apply to everything that they sell, or is it only like for bikes specifically, or everything else?
The online, as I go, all of them, but majorly it is online bike categories that contributed the most price. So you
Okay.
can see, as I said, the bike category represents just 86% of the sales.
Mhm.
However, it was the only online bike market that recorded a significant profit of 112%.
Okay, got you. Thanks. Okay.
So also region, based on the region. So I said we have about 10 regions. So the online market, Australia region represents just 8% of the total development. The most profitable region from the data, from the analysis which I did. The reseller market, I mean the US and Canada have the largest sales by difference. So those represent 84% of the total sales. But overall, there's no
Um,
profit.
sorry,
All
just
right.
to, sorry to interrupt you. Just a quick question on that one. Was there any data that you had that gave you an idea of what the reasons might be, like why Australia is the most profitable region, for example?
So I have, okay, okay, whether there's a particular data that suggested why Australia, yes, the what I can see is that the Australia, there's no particular data that suggested that, but from what I gathered, the the manufacturing process and the return the scrap project also contributed to what actually made the Australia to be the most profitable region based on their analysis.
Okay. Um, okay.
Oh,
So I
is
guess
that
the just
yes?
another question that I have, like the profitability, is it based on the proportion of online sales to offline sales? Because the previous slide you showed that like online sales tend to be more profitable. Could it be that countries that like generate more profits tend to have a higher ratio of online sales?
Yes, yes, definitely. That's what actually I have that in my slide
Okay,
that shows that. As we go on, we are going to see that
got you. Thanks.
based on the regions. So this question is about whether it's moving towards digital. So as you can see, even from the sales, so it shows that online sales have performed the in-store sales, I mean the seller sales, the one that is bought. So there is towards digital. So this does bike statistics 2019. Okay, now so from here,
Do you mind explaining this, like this graph, the insights that you extract from this, just like a high level?
pardon?
Do you mind explaining the insights from this graph, just like high level?
Can I explain what?
Do you mind explaining the insights from this particular graph, just high level? Like, what does this mean for the business? Like, what's the
Okay,
insights you extract from? Yeah.
this particular graph you are seeing on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we just want to show from based on time series. I mean, uh, there, this graph actually suggested to us that there's a clear shift, a sharp increase in the number of online transactions from the end of May. Look at it from here up.
Mhm. So just a quick
So
question. This one is it. Are you looking at like the volume of transactions? So, for example, 1,000 people transacting, sorry, or the size of transactions? Like, what are you
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at here?
I'm looking at the volume of transactions. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Now, so look at it. If you see the legend here, I have the online and
Mhm.
reseller. Are you getting it? So this you can see from here. From
Mhm.
here, the the reseller outperformed the online. But from May 2019, there is a sharp, the online sale overtook the reseller, and you can see it move upward until it gets to its peak in May 2014 at about 1,468% from the end of May 2013. This particular
Okay.
year from year. So its transaction scope the time from
Okay.
July 2011 to January 2014. So we are just trying to show that there is a clear shift towards digital, so that we
Okay.
can make recommendation for the organization to put more effort to online sales.
Got you. Thanks.
Okay, this what is driving the shift by the region. So we have, as I've said earlier, the Australia region. You can see Australia
Okay.
clearly 2014 is not a very good. So in 2014 from here, you can see that there's a decline in the number of sales here from this graph. That is 2014. At the end of 2014, there's a slight decline from the. So in Australia, clearly 2014 is not a very good chart. But online market is better than the seller. That
So
particular.
a quick question on the previous slide. Is that like seasonal? For example, I'm seeing that like there seems to like be a decline towards the January period. Is that decline like towards the end of 2014? Is that a seasonal decline, or is it something that something else?
Yeah, it's a seasonal decline from that end of 2014. Yeah, down that's the decline.
Okay.
I go
Yep.
so by the region, as I've said, the guy last see towards digital is still Australia from here, you can see. To further strengthen our assumption that there's a shift towards digital in Australia region, so you can see it's not upward from there, so you can see a jump.
Okay.
There is the business profitable. There's not as much as expected. When we look at the volume of sales gathered from the reseller, it's not as much as we expected.
Okay.
It's only online sales that perform better. I just represent 26% of the total sales. So even though they were able to sell as much as they can, but it's not as much, the profit is not as much as they expected because the seller does the make negative profit. So you can from this you can see the falling. Online there's a steady increase in profit having positive value. You can see this one up here, the green from the legend there. This green line represents the sales through online. And you
I
can
see.
see
Okay.
this one diagram to negative. So the seller says most is between zero, is below zero level as in towards negative one. So the reseller is making negative profit.
Okay. It seems like the profitability of like selling offline is leveling out, like after 2013. From about July 2013, it seems like the profits that are generated from the reseller versus profits generated from the online sales are about the same. Am I correct to assume that?
Okay,
Am I mistaken?
yes. But at the end of the day, when we summarize the data, so from the like this one that dive down, when the Power BI try to summarize it, even though we have gain,
Mhm.
so area this one, so it drive down the price towards negative side. So when the data is summarized, even though it gathers some momentum here,
Mhm.
here, around this page, but at the end of the day, when we add it for all the regions, even though some regions, few resellers make little profit, but when it's aggregated, what we found out at the end of the day was negative profit. That
Okay.
represents about minus 18%.
Okay, got you. Thanks.
So which product category is driving the profit? So which category of the product is actually driving the profit? So we want to gain insight to actually know which product. So we found out that online buy is a profitable product category. Where, as you can see,
Mhm.
this is bike, this is bike. This legend is online. This is for the seller. You can see the bike, the seller bike made negative profit of minus 27.11%, whereas the online buy made about 103.28%. You can see. Then the accessory, other products, accessory, components, clothing.
It's like a quick just a question on my side. Would it have been more helpful like showing this or say like showing the online offline sales for bikes, accessories, components, and clothing per year? So 2011, what the breakdown of profit versus loss was, 2012, 2013, 2014. I'm just keen to know like your thoughts on like which or why you went with this with showing this particular graph as opposed to showing like the breakdown per year.
Now,
So you
actually,
sound
what?
yeah, sorry, you say?
Yeah, you are right. Yes, you are right. But what I was just trying to show is which product category over the years that period from 2011 to 2014, which one is
Okay.
actually driving the profit. That's the insight I actually want to do. But it's possible because it's to show it by year by year, 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014. So it's actually possible to do that. But what I try to get is over the years, in 2011, 2014, which one is actually uh, driving the growth.
Yes,
I found out
I even tried to call you
five
like
categories.
just on that time.
Okay.
So we have subcategories as well. So that bike category, we have mountain bikes, road bikes, touring bikes, bike rides, and bike style. Under the product subcategory, even though the bike categories is divided into mountain bikes, road bikes, touring bikes, bike rides, and bike style. So as you can see from here, the online sales for mountain bikes represent 20% of the profit. Road bikes, obviously, the product is made about 62% of the total profit of the bike categories. So online, channel, road bike, mountain bike, and are the major drivers of the profit, as you can see, contributing 62%, 51, of the total profit expected.
Okay.
So I just dive down to see which products of category is actually driving the profit up from
Okay,
the
just
subcategory.
to clarify, here you're breaking down the types of bikes sold. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, sure. All right, makes sense.
So is the business profitable? Yeah.
Wait, do you mind going back? Do you mind explaining this like this table to me? What exactly are you showing with that particular table?
Okay, that table.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to know a bit more about what does below list price actually mean? What does that mean?
So you know, I'm talking about. I actually want to see which product category are being sold below the list price. So, you know, when you know, I believe we all understand what is meant by list price. Now, when you put up a product online, you say you put it at a particular price. That is the list price. The price we intend to sell it. But when people are not buying it at that price, so it's being sold at below the list price. Did you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay, just to I guess like to see if I understand what you're saying. You're saying below list price means that they sold that particular, say, bike, for example, below the price is actually like what it normally is sold for because it wasn't sold on time. Am I correct?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
let me try to come again. Below the list price, there's an actual price in which the price is listed, is sold. For some of these products were sold below that price, and which one is the reseller bikes that were being sold mostly below the list price.
Okay.
Did you try to
Okay.
get the seller?
Yeah.
But when you look at the online sale is just 0.5 million out of the total price, the total amount of money,
Okay,
whereby it was sold below the list price.
okay, just to see if I understand clearly. So, for example, say you say the bike is sold for $100. That's the typical price. Below list price would be a bike sold for say $80 below the actual like price it's normally sold at. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
like this bike category, the reseller bikes,
Mm.
the total
And
reseller bikes for that period that was sold below the list price represents 16.2 million. So the
so,
online clothing, it's the
mm.
price that was listed. That's the price they sold it. That's yeah, you didn't sell
Okay,
it
so
below the list price. So
you're kind of showing how much money was lost as a result of people, as a result of like particular products being sold
very
below
good,
their
very
list.
good, very good. The money that
Okay.
was lost for being sold below
Okay.
the list price, those price. So revenue was lost due to selling below the list price. Like I said, over $20 million was lost due to selling below. The five category were badly affected, 82% of total money lost. Look at it.
Okay.
The reseller
Um,
money.
just a quick question. Would it have been helpful, like showing the volume of bikes that were sold below the list price? So, for example, the number of bikes that were actually sold, or a percentage of like the bikes that were actually sold below the list price. Would that be helpful to show too, as opposed to like, just showing the price?
Okay, the volume.
Just to clarify, I'm saying like I know you showed like how much money was lost
Okay,
out of
are you telling the quantity of products that were sold below the list price? That's
exactly the quantity
okay.
to the percentage. Yeah, would that have
Okay,
been helpful?
yeah, it could be helpful. Actually, but I didn't talk of that. I didn't talk of that. But it's possible. See
Okay.
the quantity.
Okay, I'm keen to show. I'm keen to understand, like with this particular table, what do you think would be, I guess, the business takeaway? Like, what would be your recommendation? What insights should they internalize based on this particular like?
Okay, yeah. At the end of my slide, I have the recommendation for everything.
Okay, that's fine. That's
That's
cool.
it, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So customer demography, we just want to talk about the demographics of our customers. Yeah? So here we are actually joined to uh, get to what are the importance of demographics. Yeah, demographic marital status, this we are just showing the demography of our customers.
Mhm.
That 54% of our customers who are married earn an average so their income so that we could actually know what products to target with our customer. That's why we are showing the customer demographic. So from here we gain insight and see that 54% of our customers who are married earn an average annual income.
So I think
That's
I
our
lost your
customer.
sound temporarily. Do you mind repeating that part, please? You said 54% of customers are married and an annual income of 62K. That's the last thing I heard.
Can you come again?
I'm saying I think I lost your sound temporarily at some point. The last thing I heard you say was that 54% of customers who are married earn an annual income of 62,000.
Oh, I'm trying to the average income of the customer,
Okay.
the average income, their income. You can see it from the slide that the average income of the customer and the count of the customer, the customer ID counted it. So that's the customer. So from there, we were able to find out that 54% of our customers are married, as you can see. The married customer is single. So
Just
that's
a quick question on that one. Like, I guess my question would be, what is the value of breaking down demographic by married and unmarried and finding out their annual income? Like, does them being married change their behavior? Does like, do they buy more bikes, for example, if they're married? Like, I'm just keen to know what the rationale behind this.
yeah. I think I have something like that just to know the revenue. We can actually know the sales. Are you getting it generated by this customer demographic based on their income? What revenue are we able to get from them?
Oh,
That's
so
what
we're
I
looking at this. So we're looking at this to understand the revenue we get from customers who are married versus not married. Am I correct?
Yeah, yes. I think I have something like that at the end of this slide. But this just to get insight of who our customer are, the married customer, what is their income. So I think I have something like that at the end of this.
Okay, I guess just a last follow-up question is that like how important
Is
is
it on this slide or
the previous one, the one with the married and single one? So how important is the breakdown of the customer by their marriage status? Like how big an impact does it have on their activity or buying activity?
okay. Yeah, I think in one of the slides I was able to find out that the married customer I think they tend to buy more of the product. That's the insight I was able to gather
Okay,
from there.
okay, got you.
So the
Thanks.
married, yeah. So this one is talking about the age band. So actually, I created this age band from the SQL I used. As you can see, the age band will type 20 to 35, 36 to 39. So most of our customers are just within the ages of 36 to 60, based on the data we are having. And they represent 26% of total number of customers in the age, based on my own criteria, which I used to.
Okay, just a quick, another quick question that I have. So in the previous visualization, you showed like the breakdown of married versus single, and you showed the average income that they earn for married and single. And then you showed the percentage of breakdown of the customers that we have in this particular company. And in this particular slide, you only showed the percentage breakdown by whether they fall under the adult band, the senior band, or the youth band. Is there any reason why you didn't show like the average income per customer demographic, per age band?
Yes, yeah, it's possible. Average income based on their age band. Is that
So
what you're trying to ask?
my question is that like just for consistency, is there a reason why you showed the income breakdown for the married versus non-married demographics, but you didn't show the income breakdown for the age band? I'm just keen to know like what the rationale behind leaving out that average income per age band was.
Yeah, actually, I think I don't know if I have something like this on the slide, but it's a good point. You can actually show that the income, their income based on their age band, either youth. If I think I have something like this, okay, yeah, based on the occupation, which
Okay,
they do.
cool. Okay.
So you can see the English occupation, professional skill, manual management, clerical, manual, then their income. So the management career of our customer earn an average of 24K in a year, which represents 20% of total number of our customers. Why the manual worker that represents 12% of the worker in the still does. So based on this, we can based on the type of occupation they do. So we actually gain insight on the kind of money amount they earn, so that at least the marketing department they can know the kind of product based on their income and their profession. The marketing department will be able to know the kind of product they can push or push to them. I mean, we can advertise to them based on their income and the kind of profession they think.
Okay, thanks,
So,
Patrick. Makes sense.
what, so the education is more or less like the one we talked about, the highest level of education. So based on the education, also the importance of customer demographic education. So the highest from here, we know that the highest qualification of our customer is graduate, as you can see. And
Okay.
how much they earn? They earn 57K. So as well, those that have they can those that have the highest uh, graduate, they can be targeted promotion and sales promotion. So that's basically why we are doing the demographics of our customers. The age and returning. So I only show the age and returning. So I could actually show the demographic of the customer demographic based on revenue. I only choose to show the age and revenue. So from here, we gather that the adult, the
Okay.
young, the adult, the senior,
Okay.
so we can see the adult, how much the revenue that the company was able to gather from the adult was 53.34%. The age and the senior only contributed 47.7%. So adults who earn 56K yearly are the most active of age group customers. Adults, you can see
Okay.
56K based on their yearly income, and they are the most active, representing 53.34% of the total revenue. So which area of age group, based on the data and everything I've done, which area that need improvement? So from manufacturing in the database, I was able to be inside 10,651 product failed inspection out of the 13% of the product need work end. So this is just the area that needs improvement. Percentage of scrap product, percent of product. So the manufacturing, you can see 10,651 product failed inspection out of the 13% of the product need. This is work end. How the highest
Okay.
scrap product. So market share and competition. So we try to do competition analysis and see how best the age group is doing compared to other stakeholders, I mean the market leader out there. So here I just consider market share. This one is just to show what is actual main competitor by region. So these are the competitors with age group. So this is where so I only choose to use the Alpha UK to compare with age Adventure Hardware Group UK. So I try to do the market competition. So age prices were reasonable. So competitive apart from maximum price. So you can see that look at the price for the this is age group. This is Alford UK. Hello, are you with me?
Yep. I see.
Okay. So the average price for the mountain bike
Mhm.
is 1,029. Actually, I'm supposed to aggregate this one. So it's in pounds.
So I'm guessing there's different types of mountain bikes. The more premium versions cost a lot more. Am I correct? Is it just like one type of mountain bike that's being sold?
Can you come again?
So I'm guessing that the reason that you have the average price is because there's a different like I guess tiers of mountain and road bikes. Like the more premium bikes have a higher price.
No,
Moderate.
age group, they have different products. I only choose to choose the mountain bike and the road bike compared with other competitors, I mean, the outdoors UK. So, and
Okay,
at the end
okay,
of the
okay. I
day,
see.
yeah,
Okay.
they have clothing, they have other products, touring bike. So I only choose the mountain bike and road bike and see how well they are doing. Because this is the mountain bike and the road bike, they are the ones contributing immensely to the sales of the
Okay. Okay, got you. Thanks.
and at the end of the day, I found out that the price is reasonable. There's not much disparity between the price of each
No, sorry,
group and
just clarify. On this particular slide, you are comparing this company's prices to the just general market prices. Am I correct? Am I mistaken?
yes, very correct.
And I'm just keen to understand like which because I'm a bit confused about the which particular bar shows the price of bikes for AHG. Which one shows
Okay,
me like
okay. Look
yeah.
at the one down here. The one down
Oh,
here
yeah, I see.
is for the age. Okay. And
Okay.
this one up there for Alpha UK.
Okay, got you. Thanks.
Text. Okay, then. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is market basket analysis. It's a very powerful tool to actually know which product are being stacked together, which product are being frequently purchased by our customers. So we can actually gain insight so that at the end of the day, we be able to know which product to put in close proximity so that when the buyers are in the store, we can quickly, as they pick one, we can quickly pick the other instead of moving around the store. So from here, that is basically the idea between market basket analysis. So
Okay.
this one is done in Python. The rest of the one I've been saying I did it in the past, Python to actually do this one. What I did was just to write some SQL query, get the products of categories and the transaction ID. So then calling some algorithm, the Apori algorithm. So I have the most popular items using this one of these library in Python, the CloudWatch, to get the most frequent items. So this one is how frequent are the items. So from here we find out that tire and tools appear most in the items in the basket. So road bikes. So what we actually want to get is which products are being purchased together by our customers.
So just to clarify, like this the word cloud that you showed in the previous slide,
Okay.
it's based on searches on this. What's it based on exactly? This word cloud.
Is it based on what?
So I'm asking, what was it based off? Is it based off searches on the site? What exactly is it based off?
No, from my data. So I just call this algorithm and put my data into it and run it and
Okay, the question is that like is this like
generate
showing? Sorry. So you're saying?
and it generated the most frequently most popular items. And you can see the bike is bigger than all of them. So it's the most item, as you can see, even from here.
Okay, just to clarify, so it's based off the number of it's based off things that were bought. On your data, you're showing like the number of things that were bought by customers, or you're showing the number of searches they made.
It's based on the number of things, how frequent, how popular are items. So I don't want to show it in form of like word art or in form of for the stakeholder to see. So I just using the library, the report cloud to show them.
Okay. Okay, cool. Got you.
So
Thanks.
how frequent are the items? So tire and tool appear as the most purchased item, as you can see. Basket is the data set. It appears about 17,500 times. So now the idea idea behind market basket analysis, the mathematical analysis. Yeah. So MPA. Now what it says, when we have two products X and Y, because there might be some technical people among the stakeholders. That's why I'm showing this slide. It might not be necessary to show this kind of slide. Should I move forward as you just explain the mathematics behind it, or as you move on to the next slide?
Okay.
As you move on to the next slide,
Yeah.
or as you just talk about it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You just move on with it. It's okay. Actually, just like maybe like a high level, if you don't mind, actually.
Yes.
That'd be helpful.
I purposely put this one because we might have some technical people among the stakeholders.
Okay.
I want
Cool.
to ask questions. So, market, state value count of item, like I showed the other time, we got pictorial view of this low bias that we have seen. So, the market basket is talking about the antecedent, which represent the first item for a buyer put in his basket. And consequently, the second item.
So I can't hear your sound.
Confused. Look at this.
Consequent is second item.
Look at this. This is the first item, the element. So the person puts this one again in the basket. And they have the support of 4.1%. Then
Okay. Just a quick one. Do you mind like just summarize, like explaining what this means in I guess like high level terms? So, for example,
okay.
Yeah.
Like now, let's say you want is in the store, you bought beer, you put it in the basket. That's the first item you put in the basket. Maybe it might interest you that you put for instance, you go to a grocery store, so you bought bread, put it in the basket, then put butter. The first product you put in your basket, that's the antecedent. Maybe what prompts you to want to buy butter again is because you want to buy, because you already bought bread and you are looking for something that makes.
Okay, so just to clarify, you're saying that, for example, if I buy bottles and cages, you are 25% sure that I'm going to buy helmets too?
Yes,
After that.
yes. Now, if you buy a helmet from here, I'm 43% sure from this confidence. We are 43% sure that the person who bought helmet is going to buy tires and tools. And we could actually advise the organization that these two products will be start together in the store. So that
Okay,
the
that makes
buyer won't.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And do you mind explaining like just going back to the slide with the maths, the formulas you had, just one more time? Just back a bit.
Do I have what?
So you had a few formulas on your previous slide. You mentioned that do you mind just showing the slide again with the formulas just one more time?
Okay, I should not do what?
So I'm saying that you had a slide with the formula you used for this calculation.
Okay. So this is the mathematics behind it. Okay, let X and Y be set and assume X. If you buy X, then you buy Y as we said the other time, you bought MX, then you also buy Y. So support is just the probability, that is the count of X and Y in the basket of a total transaction.
Okay.
So our confidence here is just like base probability, conditional probability. So probability of picking Y, that is the second product, having picked X. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So that's where we get that 43.3%. 43%. So we are 43% sure that the person who bought M is also going to buy tires and tools. And actually, if you have a large data set, it's a very great insight, like I have here. So that when you have 43% probability out of a very larger set, data set, so you can be sure that it's actually an insight. And okay, from what I have here, the economy impact. So I'm also the stakeholder, the economy impact of the market basket analysis.
So I get the support and I get the conditional probability in the confidence. Do you mind explaining what lift means exactly?
Okay, the lift is just the lift. If the lift is 1.111 is the lift must be greater than 0. It must be tending towards 1%. So just support over support of X multiplied by support of Y. That's what the lift is. So when we have the lift of 1, then it's a very good point that we are tending towards the right direction.
Okay, just to clarify one more time, what is lift telling me in that particular table that you showed me? Like just go to the table where
okay, let me show you this. Okay, I have lift here. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. The lift here is 1.2, so greater than 1. So
Yeah.
it's a good point that is very. But when you have lift, that is from what I have here, when the support of X is actually support over support of X multiplied by support of Y. That is, look at the support. Support is probability of X and Y together. They can't. When they can't, when support the support of X, that is the count of X, the probability of X and probability of Y, if it is 1, it means that when you get that lift that is 1, there's a strong association between that product, that is a strong point that they can actually go together. But when it is less than 0.5, it's not all that good.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so what this one is just telling us about the association between that product. They can actually go together. That the buyer who buy X also likely to buy Y. So when you have the lift of 1, it's a very strong indication that they actually go together.
Okay. Okay. Just a quick question. Just mind going back a little bit to the calculation. Just another quick question. So why do you multiply the lift by the support or sub Y? Just to clarify, shouldn't the lift just be like support over sub
Okay,
X?
why? Because it's between the two products.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. No, got you now.
You
Thanks.
understand?
Thanks. Yeah.
Between two products.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll explain this. So this is just showing the transaction in our basket. Payment and tire activity. I just go there. So what is happening? Average unit price. This is the unit price. So I actually got this from the market basket analysis. This is just bubble chart. So tire and tube and earnings. Yeah, that's the one. This bubble chart to show this one. So just to make our point that they are actually good together. We consider that a larger shape. At the most frequent time. So this is the economic impact. So we have to explain to stakeholders. So why they must be confused? Why must we actually start this product together? So the economic impact of the market basket analysis. So I just use support of X, so we know how we got this. N is the total number of the products in my total transaction. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the frequency. So the item X, M, the unit, the unit price average So I use the SQL to aggregate function to get the average unit price. So the MX, then the frequency. How many number of times does this MX appears in our basket? Is 6,440. Did you get that?
Yep.
So from here, I think I have to look at it, MX, the frequency. I think you can see that.
Yep. Yeah, I can see
Okay,
it.
so now the revenue accrued through MX is $225,336. So now, if only MX is bought, this is what the company gain. Are you getting it? Now, the extra revenue is made through our market basket analysis, the item Y. So when additionally we put them together, so they get, and they actually bought it. The unit price of tire and tube is $14. And how many times the tire are paid, the X and Y are paid, 2,700. So that when they bought the two together, so we have this, and the additional revenue is 39,179. So the total revenue with MBA with the addition of this and this, which is 2,654.15. So this additional revenue that is made. Let me subtract this one, please. So
Okay.
that's the idea behind the market basket analysis. So the revenue of the store is an increment of MBA as opposed to only when MS is bought. When MS is bought, this is what they get 225. But when item Y is included, then they have this, which you are able to gain 17.4% in increment. So this, would I continue or as we put a stop to it or as we explain the forecasting, sales forecasting? My time is, hello, are you with me?
Yeah. Following.
Did you get what I said?
Yeah.
I said, should I put a stop to it or I should continue?
I think this maybe look at the sales forecasting, then go into the recommendations.
Okay. All right. That's no much sales forecasting.
So what did you use for this? What did you use for the forecasting?
Yeah, initially I used a Salima model, seasonal auto-regressive model, but I found out that my the what do I call this? The error I didn't actually get what I really want. So I now switched to I use Facebook profile because of the seasonality in it. So actually I did this using Facebook profile, and it's a very powerful algorithm to actually perform a seasonal forecasting. So,
Okay. And how did you
and
measure and
perform-
compare? Sorry. So you're saying? Sorry.
Okay, you are trying to say something.
I was going to ask you how you measured and compared the performance of both Arima and FP Profit. Like how did you?
When I try to do performance, performance metrics. So when I sum of square of error, the error I have some error. The sum of square of errors when which I got a little bit high. So that's why I actually try to want to see which one is going to be better. So I can actually show you that in my slide. I get it. So now that's what made me actually to switch to Facebook Prophet, and it actually performed better than Karima method
Okay.
based on the data I'm having. So now you can see we have our the observed sales with the actual data that range from 2011 to 2014. As you can. So I want to make 5-year forecast for the Australia region. I choose Australia region, the online sales. As you can see, Australia online. I could actually do it for all the regions. I just do it for the Australia online sales and the Northwest, then North, okay, US Northwest is the seller for both online Australia, then US Northwest is the seller because I actually have 10 regions. So from here I do some
Okay.
code, then
Um,
2011, 2012, 20, so this the beginning of my, and when you see even the Facebook profile, it actually fit well with the observed data. I mean the actual data that we're getting from 2011 to 2014, you can see it actually moves along the same direction. So from 2014 upward, the forecast starts and up to 5 years, while I'm having up to 2019. Though from 2011, the forecast data prepared for South data which shows the accuracy of prediction. So it actually shows the accuracy of our prediction. So in the second quarter of 2014, there was no data to observe. That is why 2014, the second quarter here, and that is where my forecast picked it up, and that's why I don't have observed sales from here.
okay.
I actually want to get for 5 years sales forecast. So from here, in the first quarter of 2019, you say it's projected to rise. This is my projected sales to rise up to 56K. That's 56,000.
All right. Do you want to move on to the recommendation slide and to wrap things up, if you don't mind?
Okay, we should go to recommendations.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, the strategy. Okay, okay, let me quickly run around. Here's the strategy. What the strategy should be. So you can see new remarkable online feature in order to be put in place. Then this will show strong commitment to e-bike. So now problem we don't have other market competitors, they have other products like e-bike. But each group doesn't have products like electronic bike. So we should also consider that in the future. And other regions should be penetrated into like in Asia and some densely populated area in mostly age group is not present in Africa. So they should consider densely populated area like Cairo and Egypt. So that's the strategy. So the recommendation is this: is to open new online market in Northeast, Southeast, and Central in US, considering the average of the online sector we are going to do. So this is the
Okay. So we're
then
gonna.
for my product, I have something like the actual cost is equal to planned cost. How is that? So and over the years it will remain unchanged. So they should review that because when for manufacturing the actual the cost the plan is always equal to actual cost. So there's something fishy there. So they should look into that, maybe for possible risk of fraud. So the conclusion is that there's a clear shift, a sharp increase in the number of online transactions from the end of May 2020 over the period of 1 year, reaching its peak in 2020 at about this.